Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another Senior Spotlight. This time, we're delighted to be joined by Jaime Bilotti, reigning CUNYAC champion and senior Jaime Bilotti. Has the luster worn off? Do you still enjoy hearing champion Jaime Bilotti?
I mean, definitely hasn't worn off. I don't think it ever will. I find myself rewatching, the videos from that game over and over again. So definitely not.
It's funny when you keep rewatching videos, then you just start to remember what you've seen on screen as opposed to what you've seen in person. Are you there yet, or can you still imagine everything from your point of view?
I think that I'm never going to be able to forget just watching that ball go in the net, because a big thing, I didn't want to celebrate before it went in because that would have, one, been embarrassing. Two, what am I celebrating if it doesn't go in? So just the moment, seeing the ball go in and then turning to hug Katie Healy, I think it's burned in my brain forever, which is a good thing. So.
And that day will forever be known as the day of the Bloodhound. Obviously, both the men's and the women's team winning the championship. Did you understand at the moment just the gravity of that day and what it has meant to the athletic department?
I want to say yes, because throughout my entire senior career, as you know, I've been at John Jay for 4 years with the women's soccer team, seeing the men's team as well, and just seeing both of our growth personally for me and with the team. So losing games to a certain number freshman year to winning that championship and just sticking with it, having faith in the coaching staff and the recruits and, the new teammates, it's definitely something that, I've appreciated, which helped me appreciate in the moment. But it's difficult. You're like, oh, we just won. And the next day you're like, did that just really happen? So yeah.
And I'd imagine the bond that you have with your teammates, not just the senior class, but just with all of your teammates, is going to carry with you beyond John Jay.
Yeah, 100%. They're all extremely supportive of me and everything I do, and equally supportive with them. They're my friends for life, so yeah.
You're approaching something that's really uncommon for somebody your age in your own startup company at such a young age. Now, you do have a wealth of information and knowledge from these internships, but can you give us a little light on this new project that you have coming for you?
Yeah, 100%. So my new startup company is called Fan to Band, and I have 2 partners along with me. Basically, working within labels and being a fan of artists myself, you kind of realize this gap that fans are already putting out all these amazing ideas for their favorite artists, or they're pushing really, really hard for them, and then labels, they're looking for these answers, what are fans thinking? Do they want an album? Do they want a single? Which one do they like? So many questions. I can go on forever, but they don't know where to get that information from. And sometimes as interns, we're reaching out to fans, and it could be Cardi B, and who the heck is Jaime Bilotti reaching out to me about Cardi B, weird things like that. So what Fan to Band is the bridge that fills that gap between what fans want record labels or management or artists to hear, but also act as a database for record labels, management, and artists to refer to when looking for the answers only fans have.
I'm always interested when an artist comes out with a new album, regardless of genre or whoever the artist is, the process that goes into creating a single or making something available for the radio for consumption. And let's say, song A is Bruno Mars's song that he's going to promote for the album. How much decision-making process actually goes into that? And, from your standpoint, have you had experience with just listening to what labels want to promote which songs or which genres or any sort of that mixture?
Yeah, for sure. For the past year, I was in international marketing and promotions at Atlantic, but last spring, I was also in their radio promotion department with a completely different set of executives. So that was literally all they did. So, being an intern there, it was kind of the magic of the music industry is how do they figure this out? Turns out it takes a lot of brain power. It's hard to guess what's going to be the next hit because, for example, with Lizzo, she came out with her album at the time where her single was Juice, but on social media, her song Truth Hurts from 2017 was blowing up. And I had watched the Netflix movie Someone Great, you know, where this song was placed into, and I was like, guys, this is the hit, like, it's not Juice. And they're like, you're crazy, this came out in 2017. And my bosses, of course, were like, yeah, maybe. I'm like, you should put a deluxe version of that. And I'm sure 100 different people in that building thought the same thing. But that's, you know, 8 Grammy nominations later, you know, that's exactly what happened. So it's kind of hard to choose, like, do you take that risk or do you go with what just came out? So it takes a village, takes the entire building, but luckily at different labels, there's amazing creative people who really think it all through.
Well, Jaime, I appreciate you taking a few minutes. Good luck in the future. I know you've made Bloodhound Nation proud, and thank you for taking the time this afternoon.
Of course, thank you. Always make time for the Bloodhounds.